I'm Courtney from Lollipop Cake Supplies, and I'm here today to show you this amazing product called cake cream. So what we're going to do today is make a batch of cake cream. Now I've chosen the Midnight Black just to show you guys how vivid the colour is. It is a perfect black Swiss meringue buttercream. Now with the cake cream you can also make macarons, brownies, cupcakes, a lot of different things. But today let's go through and make this together. Alright, so we're going to make the Midnight Black cake cream today. Now the reason I chose this colour is to show you just how dark it is. So all we need to add to this mix is water and butter, which is really amazing. It's super easy to make, anyone can make it. So let's go ahead and start. So firstly we're going to tip the whole contents of the bag into our mixing bowl. So these bags are 400 grams, so if you do buy the 800 gram bags, you would just need to use half, or if you are making double the batch, then you can just double the amounts. Now this is very fine. Now it doesn't actually look black, however the colour in this is water activated, so once we do add the water it will come to life. So you just need to be super careful when we are tipping this out, as it is quite powdery. Just make sure we get it all. Go. All right, so next we're going to pop our butter in. Sorry, it's very powdery. We're going to pop our butter in. So the bag does say to use 454 grams of butter, which in Ireland is the perfect block of butter. However, if you do have a full 500 block of butter, you can actually use the whole lot. It's not going to affect the recipe at all. It will still make an amazing cake cream. It'll just be more of like a creamier butter taste. All right, so with the butter, we actually want this at room temperature. You can pop it in the microwave, which is exactly what I'm going to do to get it to be more soft, to pop it through. So I'm just going to pop this into a microwave safe bowl that I have prepared earlier. Alright, I'm just going to pop this in the microwave. I'm only going to pop it in at 20-second bursts just to give it that little bit, because we don't want it to be too runny, because if it's runny and hot and bubbling it won't work. We just want it to be that room temperature, really soft butter. Now that our butter is melted and back to room temperature, so it should just be quite soft. Now what we're going to do is add this to the mixing bowl with the cake cream. So we're just going to pop that in. Just be very careful, because as I say, it is quite powdery. We don't want a powder cloud to happen. All right, now that we've added the butter into the bowl, we're just going to mix that through carefully. This is so when we pop it, carefully. This is so when we pop it into the mixer, it isn't just going to blow all of the cake mix up into the air as a cloud bubble. So we do want to be quite careful when we are mixing this together. Now you will have to be a little bit patient, as you do want to do this slowly, but it shouldn't take too long to come together. Alright, so now that we have mixed it together, you'll see that it's starting to come to life. It's not the true black colour that it should be yet. However, we are going to pop it into the mixer just to finish it off before we start adding the water in. Now we're just going to start mixing this on low, just to get that final little bit mixed through. And now that it's kind of come together, I'm just going to speed it up a little bit just to get all of the excess butter mixed through. Now before I add the water in, I'm just going to scrape down all the sides to make sure that the water combines with all of the cake cream. So you'll see now that it is starting to get quite black, which is really good. It's what we want. Alright, so make sure it's all scraped down. And look, if you don't get it all over your hands, you're really not making cake cream right, I think. And bench. All right, so we're just going to pop this onto slow. Now while this is mixing through, I'm going to add in 250 mils of water. Now this is warm water. What this is going to do is bring the Swiss meringue to life. Now we do only want to add a small amount at a time, because if you do add too much, it can make the Swiss meringue split. If that does happen, don't stress, we can bring it back. No need to fear. All you need to do is you can use a hairdryer as a hack to warm the bowl up. It just means that the bowl is too cold because the water that you used isn't warm enough. But let's pop this in, just at small amounts. Also, if you put too much in at a time, the KitchenAid will spit it back in your face. It will go everywhere, all over your kitchen, all up the walls, and nobody wants that. Now, as I say, this does take time, around 6 minutes probably to mix it all through. But just go by adding small bits at a time, and it'll soon bring up the consistency. Now that we've mixed that through with the whisk attachment, I'm going to take the whisk attachment off and put the paddle attachment on. This just gets out all the air bubbles. So if you're going to cover your cake in this, I would highly recommend popping your paddle attachment on and leaving it go for probably 10 to 12 minutes just to get all the air bubbles out. Now if you do whack your whisk against the side, it will get most of the cake cream off, which is great. And now I'm going to show you what it looks like this far. Let me just do a quick little mix. Mix it through just so you can see. So this is what the cake cream looks like at the moment. So you'll see there is a little bit of air bubbles in there, but we can get that out with the paddle attachment. So we'll pop that through now. And I would recommend to leave it on for probably 10 to 12 minutes, especially if you are covering a cake. Let's put that on. So just add your paddle attachment. And I like to put that on sort of like a medium speed and just honestly let it sit there until it looks really smooth, which it won't take too long, but again, I would recommend the 10 to 12 minutes just to be sure. So now that we've let that whip for quite a while, I'm going to turn this off and show you the vivid color. So it is very black, which is great. So you'll see now it is quite soft and doesn't have as many air bubbles in it, which is amazing. So this can be used to pipe on cupcakes. You can pop this inside your macarons if you've already pre-made them. You can also use this to cover your cake in full, put between your layers, eat it straight from the bowl. We are not judging. You can basically use this Swiss meringue for anything you like. Pop this on top of a brownie would be delicious, chocolate coated. But yeah, so this is what it looks like when it's all mixed together and done. All right, now that we have made the Midnight Black, I have gone ahead and pre-covered a cake in the Whisper White cake cream. Now this is the 800 gram bag, so I have only used half the bag. And this wasn't all of the cake cream. I do have left over as well, so you will get quite a lot out of it. So I have gone ahead and covered the cake, and I've also gone ahead and made some colours. Now I have used the Colour Mill range here, just to get some little mermaid vibes, you know, going on. So I thought I could show you guys how we pipe the cake cream and how easy it is to use. Literally anyone can do this. So first of all, I've got two different tips. I've got the 2D tip, and then I've also got the Loyal (1M). Sorry, couldn't find it on there. All right, so we'll start with the 1M. Now I'm just going to pipe a couple of little blobs on the top, just so you guys can see how easy this is to use. I'll use some of the black that we just made together so you guys can see how it looks. Now, as I say, when I picked that up, it is so soft. It is amazing. Now this tip is a Loyal 1A, so it's just a round piping tip. So with this, we can just do little blobs, which is cute. Now this is super, super smooth to use. Now I'm just gonna move this out of the way, just so I can show you on the bench, essentially, how easy this is to pipe with. Now it's effortless, it comes out super smooth. Again, your little blobs, you know, the waves, however you wish to pipe, and whatever you wish to do with your cakes. Now this has developed and it is quite dark now. So I do recommend the cake cream if you are wanting that really dark black look on your cake. Because as everyone knows, if you were to use, you know, your colors, it can take nearly the whole bottle to get that and to achieve it to be quite dark. Along with the red, actually, the red is another good one which I would recommend the cake cream for. You know, your superhero cakes, Valentine's Day, all that kind of thing, because it is a true red. Again, all you need to do is add the butter and the water, mix it through, and you'll get this smooth Swiss meringue buttercream, or red macarons or cupcakes, whatever you choose to make with this. Now the cake cream, we do have all the recipes for the cake cream on our website, so you can go and check them out. It'll show you how to make macarons, how to make mousse, how to make brownies, cupcakes, just the Swiss meringue itself. And again, we've got the 800 bags in the Whisper White and the White White. So the difference between the two is the Whisper White doesn't have the titanium dioxide, so it's not pre-colored white. So this is what I have used on the cake. So you can see it does have that butter color. However, if you were to use the White White, which I believe we do have here, the White White, this does have the titanium dioxide in it. So when you make this will make a true white buttercream, Swiss meringue buttercream, sorry. You can, however, color this still. You will find that your colors will be more pastel, whereas if you were to color with the Whisper White, it would be more true to color, just because it does have that whitener in it. But yeah, if you're looking for an easy option, something that's stress-free to make and looks amazing, cake cream is 100% what you need to buy. Did I just look at this camera, not you? Sorry.
Go on.
I just saw you go like.